hostile.
Dzień dobry, man. Once again, before I get to the point, the gameplay you will see here was my first round ever on this map. Luckily enough, I ended up in SU-50. You probably know it by now, but there is just one jet on each side on this map, and it's a stealth jet. If you are looking to make some road kills with your jet, then there is a hill on the middle of the map, on top of which people like to hang around and stuff like that. The map itself is bright, open and quite appealing to your eyes when you are up in the air. Also, there is no mobile A gun, which explains why it's not an attack jet. Be that as it may, let's go back to the point. SU-50 facts. US is not the only country around working on the 5th gen fighter jets. Yeah, it's not only consoles that have generations, jets also have generations. So as I was saying, there are also other countries like Japan, North Korea, India, Turkey, but the most advanced work studies are Chinese and of course Russia. Proper name is Sukhoi T-50, known in battlefield as SU-50 of course, is Russian 5th gen fighter jet as a response for US F-35. T-50 or SU-50, I will call it T-50 because it's the right name, is intended to be a successor of MiG-29 and SU-27, which looks just as badass as SU-35 from Battlefield 3, but is cheaper in production, around half of the price. Analysts think that T-50 stealth technology is worse because it doesn't guarantee as effective protections from radio waves compared with US jet, but they emphasize that the project will have a shitload of, well, maybe they didn't use that word, but I did. They will have shitload of modifications which will improve its stealth abilities. Because, you know, keep in mind that planes are developed for years and the final version might be completely different than the prototype. Just like with games, first you get an alpha build, then beta to get some attention to your game and not fix bugs and all the problems with the game, and then the final product. Okay, it's actually a bad example. Moving on. Also, on a side note, it's first Russian Air Force aircraft that is using stealth technologies. T-50 will enter into service December 2016, so in a few years it might turn out it's better than F-22 or F-35, and it will probably be. Well, that's what I think. But I'm an idiot, so who knows. It has just great aerodynamic solutions and excellent thrust to weight ratio of 1.41, a typical mission weight with 2 easily after the engine. As a reminder, F-35B, the one in Battlefield, has 0.9 on full and 1.04 on half fuel. And that is impressive, at least in my book. Now this is getting interesting because its maximum speed is Mach 2.3. Holy shit, that's 2,440 kilometers per hour or 1,520 miles per hour. Now that is fast. Its range is 3,500 kilometers subsonic. That's almost 1,300 kilometers more than F-35, which gives it tremendous advantage because it can stay in the air long after F-35 will fall from the sky due to empty fuel tank. Also, which is quite interesting, at the moment US does not have the equipment to successfully detect a fighter jet design like T-50, especially radars on F-22 and F-35, which gives T-50 a huge advantage once again. No wonder that when Battlefield 4 was released, T-50, or should I say SU-50, was the best jet in the game to its turning radius. You could basically circle inside a circle of other jets. And to me, in a way, that is quite understandable, because it's not like they can show the other advantages like the speed or longer range or even the radar problems in F-35 with SU-50.
Because the game have to be balanced and everything have to be equal, even though it's something is better than something else.
Or so they say. From 2020 onward, T-50 will be equipped with more powerful engine, which is the one I mentioned, is the Like 30. It will have increased thrust and fuel efficiency as compared to 117, as well as increased reliability and lower costs. This is why I didn't even mention about the 117, because it's not like they're gonna use it anyway, so yeah. The Like 30 is being designed to have a thrust of approximately 107 kilonewtons, which is around 24,000 pounds of force in military power, and 176 kilonewton, which is almost 40,000 pounds of force in full afterburner. The development began in 2011 and the engine is bench tested straight in 2014, yeah, this year. The new power plant is designed to be a drop-in replacement for the 117 with minimal changes to the airframe. It is equipped with GameZ Shipunov GSH 301 30mm single-barreled recoil-operated cannon weighing 46 kg with rate of fire of 1,800 rounds per minute and muzzle velocity of 860 meters per second. The gun's maximum effective range against aerial targets is 200 to 800 meters, and against surface or ground target it's 1,200 to 1,800 meters. Well, if you compare it to A-10's GAU-8, it's kinda pathetic, because it's not even close, because that's the most powerful cannon on a plane ever, which has 7 barrels, 4,200 rounds per minute and muzzle velocity of 1,070 meters per second. Holy crap. So far there were built only 5 prototypes of T-50, so rate, comment, possibly subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.